And the body count gets even higher.
I wanna fold clothes for you. I wanna make you feel good. Baby, I wanna do the right thing.
Hey y'all, it's producer, and today we are going over episode 7 of season 2 of Luke Cage. And this one, in my opinion, was one of the best episodes. But so much is happening, so let's unpack it. So, we pick up where we left off last episode, and Luke is drowning, and his life is flashing before his eyes. But then he has a vision of his father, and he's like, "Get up!" And he just gets up. He like gets control of himself, and he starts swimming up to the surface. And I'm sitting here like, how did that negate the whole paralysis? Was it not strong or something? I I don't get it. That was a cheap cop out, and that bothered me. And then so he goes to his father. Interesting, that's his first place. Probably because he doesn't have anybody else. Bobby's gone, and so is homegirl Claire. So I guess he goes to his father, which shows that he's trying to open up to him. And it's funny because he goes to him and not anyone else because he doesn't want to go to a doctor. And it's ironic because, normally it's the religious hoes that are like, oh, we don't need a doctor, we need Jesus. But the dad was like, you need to go see a doctor. And then the next scene, the captain is confronting Misty about her decision to leave. She's at the basketball court shooting around. And I don't know why he's so upset because she was afraid of becoming Scarf, but then she's like, "Oh no, I'm not. I'm afraid of becoming Scarf. I'm just not doing this. I can do it my own way." And then she reveals to her that he has some freelance info. I mean, he's done some freelance work, so he got some information. She's like, "Now, how you gonna get mad at me for doing it? But you did it yourself." And then the scene cuts to Mariah in her little room in Harlem's Paradise because she's upset that Piranha is still missing, and she wants to talk. And upset. Wow. She's upset that Piranha's missing and that there's apparently a snitch. So she's talking about family and what family means to her. And she says sometimes family, works under pressure. And then she freaking stabs someone with a syringe, I think. And that man was bleeding and stuff. I'm like, Mariah, you villains love doing that random stuff, but that was a Mama Mabel move. You remember that one episode where she cut the man's finger off? Oh, that's what that reminded me of. Okay, wild. And then after that, Shades tries to confront her about this. He's like, I should have listened to you, but no, we're in this mess. And then he's like, "Oh, don't worry, baby. I got this. I'll get the money." And then they start kissing. So I call this sinister smooches. And then we're back at the church. Looks like all this happening at the same time because Luke never left. And the preacher, wow, the father, Reverend, is getting all upset because he's like, well, actually, I should really rephrase that because I really mean father, not the father, because I think that's a religious term, but that's like Catholicism, right? I don't think he's Catholic. Because he's a Southern black person. Okay, ain't too many Catholics in Southern. There aren't too many Southern black Catholics. All right, he was in Georgia. But anyway, the Reverend was getting all upset because Luke was talking to him, and he felt a little offended for nothing. He was basically saying that you're not really a father, and you can't be talking about having these values when you haven't been doing upholding them. And he got upset, and he was about to try and fight Luke. He tried to like crush his shoulder or something. I don't know. And he wasn't working because it was Luke Cage. And I'm sitting here like, you would think a reverend, big religious leader, would know that violence is not, it's not the answer, but he keeps going to it and he keeps failing because it's Luke Cage. Like I don't care if that's your. I don't think he understands that like Luke can kill him with a punch. I don't like. First of all, you're not even a good father anyway. I don't know why you're acting like you need to be respected. Just because you gave him your sperm, doesn't mean you deserve respect. Because you're not a father. You didn't raise him, and even if you want to say you raised him, you didn't raise him right. Because you are a hoe. Then we cut to where Piranha finally is with the stylers. Somehow they found him in the church, and they got him into this warehouse, and they persuade him into giving in Mariah's information because they say nothing will happen to him if he do. That's what they said. And then we cut to Luke and Misty. Luke and Misty are trying to figure out why the stylers want Piranha. And then he pieces together that since Piranha has their money, has Mariah's money, the stylers want him so they can completely bankrupt Mariah, right? And then they get worried about it, so they head straight to where they potentially might be. I don't remember how they figured this out, but they figured it out instantly. Then we get like a bunch of Misty melee scenes and Luke fighting. Okay, Luke is fighting. Cage fighting. Oh, that's what some cage fighting and some Misty melee. And then they run up on the scene trying to figure out what happened, and then they see Piranha's head is decapitated and literally swimming with the fishes. And I just, what is with the stylers and decapitating people? Is that like, are they based off like of real Jamaican gangsters that decapitate people? Because y'all doing this way too much. Okay, y'all doing this way too much. And then we cut to Mariah talking about how everyone has, not everyone, but how the Stokes family got money because Tilda's questioning her. She's like, well, we have all this because of Mama Mabel, because of Pistol Pete. This is our legacy. This is our money. Help me make it clean. Which is interesting. That's her motivation to redeem her family name. You know, a little interesting. And then we cut back to the same situation and with the warehouse, and Luke and Misty have called the cops, right? Because she's no longer a cop. And they're trying to figure out as much as they can do. And then it turns out that Misty found out that the captain, I now like know his name, Tommy Ridenhour. Ridenhour sounds like a villain. Which makes sense because he's a crooked cop. He's like, oh, I'll make some deals, you know. He's like, you can't cut a deal with Mariah. And then after that, what's it called? Oh yeah, Mariah's trying to do something, but then she finds out that she has no money, and she starts freaking out. She's all upset, and then we have this weird exchange where Comanche is trying to. And before that, so the captain's trying to talk to Mariah, and like, I'll cut you a deal. If you do all these types of things, I can have you under my protection. Banshee's like, cut Mariah loose, Shades, and you can be free. Get out of this life. Which is so interesting. Because, I understand that they're working together, but they both are working against each other. Because one plan can't work if the other plan succeeds. Not succeed. This ain't the fucking South. But yeah, it's super interesting how they do that. And then we have some family feud going on because Bushmaster and Anasi, that's his uncle's name, they're having some issues with each other because he's like, oh, you have all of her money. What do you need? What else do you need? He's like, I want her dead. I want her to burn or something like that. No, he didn't say I wanted her to burn. I think I just ruined that. I want a soul for a soul. Something like that. And then he's like, this hate is consuming you. Something else is starting to consume him too. And then we get a lovely little church chat, with what's his face? Luke and his father. Because they try and make amends with each other, which is sort of nice, Luke tells him how he feels, and the father apologizes. He still doesn't apologize for pretty much neglecting him. Well, not neglecting him, but being rude to him as a father. But okay. And then we cut to the captain. he is meeting her in some place, some dark place. It's a high up, and Comanche walks up on him. He drives up to the scene and he's like, I can't do this anymore. They're finding out. I'm out, okay? And as soon as he says this, freaking us up, because he was tailing Comanche, because he didn't trust Comanche, I guess. Because Comanche told him that, oh, it was Sugar. I think Sugar's the rat. And he probably saw through that. And Comanche gets all upset. And he's like, and he holds the officer in gunpoint, you know? And then the officer tries to like weasel his way out. And then he just, boom, shoots the captain. And then so Chase tries to figure out what happens. But as he tries to figure it out, he definitely realizes that Comanche was the rat. And so he shoots him. And he makes this bet, because you were my friend. I never knew you'd be a rat. Could you? Remember this from Coney Island? And boom. All in his fields, shot him and killed him. Thank God he wore gloves, because they can't figure out that he was the culprit. And now the body count is up. Like 3 people, Comanche, Piranha, and the captain. Wild. And it might go up again. Wanna know why? Because we cut to Mariah and she's freaking out because she realized all of her money is gone. She's like, we gotta go now. They're coming for us. And so she tries to pack up. She tries to get Tilda to calm down. And then Bushmaster and his goons barge in. I was like, oh snap. It's over. It's over. So a lot of things are happening right now. We get continuation of that church chat where he was like, well, I apologize for telling your mom that you were the reason that she died. I apologize for telling you that you were the reason that she died. And all this type of stuff. I should have believed you. All this type of stuff. And he was like, I saw mom in the visions that hurt me, so thank you for apologizing. And then we get Bushmaster's family history, and he's sitting here like, yeah, my father was, he had a thing called Bushmaster Rum, but y'all killed him and took all his money so y'all can build up Harlem's paradise. And then, but y'all thought you killed him, so you burned my mother and my father. And then she told me to run, and so I'm gonna burn you too. Huh? I'm gonna burn you too. And then, so he straps, he straps Mariah and Tilda down, but he likes Tilda, so he lets her go, because he didn't realize that she was a Stokes, because he's so strict about Stokes, not a Dillard. Stokes. Okay, maybe not that accent, because that accent is obviously not Jamaican. But yeah, he was so pressed about that, and then everything, just immolation, irritation. I thought it had something that had like anger, so the letter I. Oh, wait, Irie? No, that's separate. Anyway, just a bunch of anger being immolated everywhere. And Tilda could have easily saved her. Like, she was strapped up, but like, I guess maybe she didn't know how to like untie her. Whatever. And then Luke barges in because DW calls him. And then while this is happening, there's like reggae music playing. And I think that's super symbolic, because the reggae music symbolizes that the Jamaicans are up in Harlem's Paradise and they're taking over. And also, there are like some lyrics that are like, oh, chase the politicians, you know. So I think that's what it is, because, you know, Mariah's a whole politician. I thought that was, y'all think y'all cute. Y'all think y'all was clever or missed that. Y'all think we wouldn't miss that, but I saw that. I saw what y'all doing. So yeah, Luke saves them and whatever. And then Mariah's like, I want to hire you. And I'm sitting here like, Mariah, how you gonna hire with no money? How's that gonna work? Oh yeah, because I just remember Luke never got his $150,000. Oh, but you know what? Cockroach is dead though. So I guess it's irrelevant if he needs money. But anyway, yeah, this episode ends. So many things are happening. Okay, we had immolation, we had decapitation, we had assassination, all the shins. Okay, this episode was wild. I think it was actually one of the best too. We had like a really great acting. But yeah, I'm about to record episode 8. We're actually one of the best acting scenes, in my opinion, with cindered screams. I'm gonna find out what that is. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. And I will see y'all whenever with episode 8.
You ain't talking money, it's something I don't care about. Black and money minded, they call me a low, let me out.
Beyond cloud, I put a rest to the naysay. I only know getting money.